the process, why we use them, and what happens when we fail. I'm Ron Ramsden. I'm a DYB coach. I'm also a painting contractor here in northern Massachusetts. Processes, procedures, when they all work, everything goes smoothly. It's also needed if you're going to gear up, you're going to grow your business. You need these in place. We use Zapier. Some of us use Basecamp with checklists and things like this. I want to tell you 3 quick stories of the process we use. 2 of them that were a success and 1 of them was a fail, and it was all on me. Booking an appointment, and then we move into putting it on the calendar. The process for putting something on the calendar is quite easy. It's a 3-step process. We need a signed contract. We need a $500 deposit. It doesn't matter if it's a $1,000 project or a $10,000 project. We do a $500 deposit for that project. So we have the signed contract, we have a $500 deposit, and then it gets put on the calendar. And only until that time does it get put on the calendar. And we tell our customers that all the time. And it works out very, very well. First quick story was, we're going to use Mr. Jones. We're going to hide their name so no one will get in trouble, especially me. Mr. Jones, in the fall of last year, booked an exterior paint job for his house, and because we're in New England, we always can't get to everything we have in the fall, so he was agreeable to start it on May 1st. That was the sketch date, just in case of the weather. So he signed a contract, locked in the price, gave us a $500 deposit. We put it on the calendar for May 1st of this year. End of March, beginning of April, he emailed me. He said, I just wanted to give you the heads up. We put our house on the market. We won't need your services painting, because we're selling the house. I know we have a $500 deposit. Is there anything we can do? Oh, he gave us plenty of time to take care of that. We returned the deposit in full to him, moved someone else into his spot, and everybody was happy, and he is continued to be a good customer of ours. The second one, we're going to call her Mrs. Smith. Mrs. Smith booked us to do a project, which was a 4-day-long project for 3 men. So it was a pretty significant project for an interior repaint, stripping some wallpapers and such. About a day and a half before the project was ready to go, we had a signed contract, we had the deposit scheduled, obviously. She left a message on the voicemail saying she wanted to cancel the project. And she not only wanted to cancel it, she wanted her $500 deposit back. So I called Mrs. Smith back, and I said, I wanted to find out what was happening, and try to get to the root of this, as we had these guys scheduled only for this job, and there wasn't something to quickly fill in that spot. So found out that she still wanted the work done, but she was very nervous. This is the first time she had done any kind of renovation. Her husband had passed years ago, and she needed the work done. She was overwhelmed with the whole process of herself getting everything ready. She couldn't do some things, move some furniture. So we chatted. We ended up doing the project. She was thrilled. She was happy. She even made the guys lunch, or bought lunch one day for the guys. Great project it turned into. But I do believe if we didn't have that $500 deposit that she wanted back, that project probably wouldn't have happened. So then the third one, and this is the fail. This is the fail because I didn't follow the process that we had. We're going to call her Mrs. X. Was a friend of my wife's. She's in a running club with her. Needed some work done, provided the estimate. She called me with a couple questions one day. Later on the day, she called me back while I was on the road in my vehicle, and we agreed to do the job. That sounded great. Yeah, go ahead, follow through with it. She gave me some dates that would work with her, and I just said yes. I never wrote anything down. I didn't follow the process we had in place. Then, a couple weeks later, on a Tuesday about 9:30, I remember the day and the time, my phone rang. Answered it. It was her. She asked, Mrs. X asked, what time should I expect your painters today? It's 9:30. And my mouth dropped. I never put it on a calendar. I didn't have a signed contract. I didn't have a check, so I never put it on the calendar. But I did tell her we could be there. I had to call her back later on, tell her that nobody was coming that day, and it would probably be about a week, which didn't fly with her. And because she has 4 boys, lives in a 5-room townhouse condo. She had stripped out, it was a 2-part project. One was the kitchen. The second was all her decking, front and back decks. She had emptied the entire kitchen, all the furniture, all the counter space. Everything in there was piled in her living room. She has 4 boys. So another phone call. I ended up moving a crew, explaining to a customer what was going on, that I had to take care of it. Brought some guys in. We finished it the next day. Everybody was happy. We were lucky this time. Although it did take a lot of time out of my day, calling different customers, moving things around, it wasn't the best situation. I didn't follow the process. So I just wanted to show you how important it is to have processes and keeping to them. It lets you grow, it lets you streamline, it lets you have less headaches. And my process, it also keeps a cash flow. Follow your processes. I'm Ron Ramsden. I'm a DYB coach, also a painting contractor up here in northern Massachusetts. I help painters work outside the bucket so they don't have to work in the bucket. You have a great day.